Hey guys, Dan the Marketing Man here. I have incredible news today. Okay, it is officially the first time that I can say that I've peaked. I've hit guru status. I'm officially in the realm of gurus now. Now I'm one of the many. Okay, this is just another level I'm gonna get past. But what I mean is, in the last 10 months, I've officially hit six figures. So now I've been waiting to make this video for a long time because this is how to start your six-figure SMMA. You know, this is kind of like a rehash of what I did in the Maurice Gear's ICP Mastermind, but I've only changed the title. So with that said, I just want to A to Z complete guide, show you how you can actually start getting clients in your SMMA. So just a few things we're going to go over today. First thing is understanding why cold outreach is what you should be doing. Every single person that I talk to every single time is like a beginner. They have not started, they haven't had a single client. So we're gonna talk about why that's very important. The second thing, I'm gonna show you real proof of what I'm talking about working, okay, step by step. Third thing, what now? We're gonna talk about once you've hit a certain level, where you go from there. And the last thing, taking action. So the first thing, your pipeline. This is the most important part if you're just starting out. Okay, how do you get momentum? You have to build momentum by doing some outreach. And many people don't talk about the strategies that they do, but if you haven't already seen from some of my other YouTube videos, I love cold calling. Okay, I've been doing it since I started and it works every time. A lot of people are like, oh, don't waste your time cold calling. It doesn't work, or it's inefficient, or you bug people, whatever they want to say. I have always done that. So 80% of sales are made from the 5th to 12th contact. So this kind of makes cold calling a little bit harder because you have to put a little bit more effort into it. But if you're just starting, it's a really good way to build relationships and get phone skills very fast. So the first thing is to, again, build momentum. We're going to do that by making a list of prospects. Okay, get your leads from wherever you get them from. I actually do mine from Lead Carrot. A lot of people also do D7 Lead Finder. Some people hire lead scrapers from Fiverr. Okay, these are great ways to get some leads. I recommend getting Leads Gorilla. That's another really good way to get some leads. So if you don't have those methods, Google them right now and you can see what I'm saying. But we want to just get a list of people who are interested. So we're going to do that by either cold calling them, sending them messages from social media, or cold email marketing. Okay, I've never done the third. I've never done cold email. I know a lot of people do. Again, try it out, see what you think. Let me know, especially. And we're going to focus on proper time management to schedule projects. And this just means essentially appointments, right? When you schedule them on your calendar. So the second thing, you got your leads list. You're going through seeing who's qualified by calling them, doing outreach. We're going to set quality appointments by asking hard questions and sending appointment reminders. Okay, this is going to increase your no-show rate. Is there any reason why you wouldn't be able to make it to that meeting tomorrow at 10? No. I'm good to go at that time. I'll talk to you then. Okay, perfect. The day before that time, email them, text them, hey, we have our meeting at this time. An hour before, hey, we have a meeting at this time. And then I personally like to do 5 minutes before. And those are the 3 reminders that they get for my appointments. And pretty much almost all of them show up. I mean, it's rare where nobody shows up, or sometimes like it'll be like, let's say like 10:02 and I have to call them, hey, I'm having trouble getting in, and then I'll just help them get on. But literally I haven't had a single person miss an appointment since I started doing appointment reminders and just kind of reconfirming with them on the phone or however you're doing outreach. The third thing, closing, and that's a whole beast of itself. I'll make another video on that. But closing and nurturing prospects until you get the answer. Okay, this is follow-up. I've made videos on that before, but man, if you're just starting out and you have a small pipeline, you don't have a lot of people that are on your list of interested prospects, fortune is in the follow-up, okay? That's kind of cliche, but I will tell you, I have literally in the past called people 9 times. And then they're like, the lady said, literally, well, you know, you've called me a couple times, might as well. And she just did it because of my persistence, okay? And that's how you build trust, by the way. If you keep showing up, if you keep following up with them, it's like, oh my God, wait, this is a real person. Right? The persistence is what builds that trust also. And then the fourth thing, using your network of clients and prospects to find others who need your services. So if you guys haven't seen like any of my previous videos, I give a lot of credit to Ross Christofoli. He actually did an interview I saw where once he was getting to like 20, 30 clients per month, he just asked all of them for referrals and he instantly doubled his business, I think in like a week or two. So again, this is going to make sure that you have leads and clients coming in for weeks out, months out by asking for referrals. You know, if you do a great job for somebody, they're going to come back and give you a referral. I just signed up somebody on the 1st of this month, literally got 2 referrals from them, and they got a second campaign in another state. So yeah, I mean, if you do a great job, they'll come back. So using your network of clients and prospects to find others who need your services. If somebody doesn't, hey man, I literally just signed up with another company like 2 days ago. Okay, not a problem. Who else do you know that could use this service? And again, you're just prospecting. If you don't have much time, this is what you should be doing. Okay, if you're just starting out, this is what you should be doing. If you have like a bigger pipeline, okay, whatever, I'll give you a call in a week. You know, you can have more time to move on to your other leads in your pipeline. So yeah, those are like the 4 things for actually filling your pipeline, creating momentum, getting appointments every single day. My goal right now in my agency is to get 4 calls every single day, 4 sales opportunities per day. And usually I'm at a 30% close rate, but last week or the week before, I had 7 appointments for mortgage. I closed 5 of 7. Okay, 71% conversion rate on that. So you gotta just start out first. Make those first couple sales calls, you know, get over the hurdles, and don't even expect to get the sale. And that's the best way to do sales, by the way, when you're not expecting it. So go into those sales calls, not attached to it. You know, don't be afraid to do it. Don't be so attached to getting the close. Just try it out. Just go with the motions. Do role playing. I also recommend doing that every single morning. My cold callers and I at 8 a.m. we literally do role playing. Okay, we do cold call role playing with the scripts, even for social media. Okay, we'll go over like the logistics of it, the psychology behind actually getting appointments, how that's done most effectively. Role playing and practicing is essential to your pipeline. Okay, you must be doing that every single day for an hour minimum. And I'm actually getting some new students right now. So if you're interested, sign up down below for one-on-one coaching. But again, this is only for people who are really serious. Okay, if you must dedicate 2 hours per day. So if you don't have that kind of time, do not sign up. But if you do and you're serious, check out the link below. With that said, this is now the case study of my cold calling. So this is from when I was first starting out in my agency. Okay, I started October. So November 1st, December 1st, the first couple months. And by the way, all of these calls you can see on my YouTube channel. Every single thing that I'm going to show you, every single number here, I documented, not including follow-ups, but every cold initial outreach is documented on this YouTube channel. So these are the numbers from that time when I was making cold calls just starting out. So let's take a look. In November, 807 dials, okay? 807 dials, 137 people answered, okay? And of those, 56 emails were sent, meaning about 40% of the people I was talking to were interested in seeing what I had to offer. 56 emails sent. And then under that, you can see, this is a screenshot from my Square account. That's what I use for my merchant. $7,900, okay? Previously, I've never done that, not in sales. I've never done that ever. So that was really cool. And then in December, the next month, check this out. We made more calls, but we got less conversions, and I'll explain this. So December 1st to the 31st, 1,600 calls, 262 of those answered. Okay, persistence. And then of those, 62 emails were sent. So why didn't I get the same amount of conversions, or even, why didn't I get the same amount of conversions if I did more calls? I literally doubled the amount of dials, 800 to 1,600, literally doubled that. I doubled the live answers, but I pretty much almost cut the conversions in half. It's only 24. Now, this was because I was getting a little bit more smarter as somebody that's doing prospecting. I'm like, okay, maybe this guy's not qualified. So now that you have like a bigger pipeline, you're building that up, because when you're starting out, you should be focused on volume. Even if you think they might not buy, maybe they're not totally qualified, get as many people as you can. Build that momentum right away. So that next month, I was just kind of cherry picking a little bit more, right? Just kind of qualifying them. And you can see that actually in my videos as well. I qualified them by giving them the price up front. So I'm like, hey, I think at the time it was like $50 a lead or something like that. So I was giving them that qualification before, like, hey, are you okay with this price? So that's why we got less conversions. But at the end of that month, we got $10,200 in sales. First time ever doing that, okay? And this was month 3 trying, because I also tried in October and I hit 10,000, but I didn't document anything. So at the time I was using Phone Burner. So all these numbers that you see here, that was coming from Phone Burner. It's very expensive, but if you're brand new and you don't have like a CRM or anything, I recommend getting that. I do not have an affiliate link with them. That's just what I use. They're great. But if you have a team of them, probably check out something else. It's kind of expensive. So yeah, with that being said, the only other thing I was doing in the very beginning was LinkedIn, because it was automated, and I actually have videos on this as well. So you can see that I think this was over the course of 2 months. Yeah, those 2 months. It was 137 replies. Of those, we got 7 appointments and 2 deals. By the way, this is all automated. Okay, I used Meet Alfred. It's a LinkedIn bot. It does outreach for you. I was using LinkedIn's bot. It's called Meet Alfred. Again, check them out if you want them. I don't have an affiliate link. 137 replies, 7 appointments, 2 deals worth $3,000 each. One of these, by the way, if you're in Maurice Gear's Facebook group, I actually posted. I posted that one that closed for $3,000 on his Facebook group. And yeah, that was the course of over 2 months. Obviously, it paid for itself. So now what? You guys know what works for outreach. You guys know what to do. And you also got proof that it works. So now what? You got to know your numbers, okay? You saw what my numbers were in the very beginning. I had 50% conversions and 24% conversions, okay? Make 100 dials, see what happens. Get those numbers as soon as possible, those KPIs, okay? That's what we call them, key point indicators. So, if I make 100 dials, 10 to 15 of them will answer. Of those, I'll get 1 to 2 appointments. Now you know. Okay, well, that's easy. If I want to get 2 appointments per day, I just have to make 100 dials. Once you have those numbers, it's literally like adding a gas pedal to your business because it's only up from there, right? If you have, 3 appointments, you close 1, okay, well, then that means I got to make 200 to 300 dials a day so I can get 2 sales calls per day or 3 sales calls per day and close 1 a day. And then it's literally just scale it from there. So get those numbers ASAP by just making the dials. Just try it out, man. Do 100 Facebook outreaches. Do 100 cold calls. Don't be scared. The worst I can say is no or hang up. Like, come on, relax. And the second thing, come up with your plan, right? How are you going to reach out to new prospects, okay? Are you going to finally pick up the phone? Are you going to finally get over the fear that, oh man, someone hung up on me. Oh, big deal. Or are you going to do Facebook outreach, whatever you're going to do? Come up with that plan. How much time are you going to spend per week, okay? When I was starting, I was so scared of the phone. Just like you guys probably are. I could not make cold calls unless I was recording. So all the calls that you saw earlier in the case study are literally from those videos because I could not make calls unless I recorded myself. It was super weird, but it's kind of like just like looking at yourself, like keeping yourself accountable, like make the call, it's all good. That's what I had to do. So same thing though. Are you going to finally do it? How much time are you going to spend? I was spending like an hour or 2 per day. And actually really quick, let me just go back. I can give you the number. So within those 30 days, I spent 20 hours on the phone for 4 weeks. It's not much. The next month, I spent about 30 hours on the phone for the full month, doing follow-ups, this is the entire everything. So just to give you an idea of how much time I was spending, but again, results may vary depending on what your experience is. I actually had experience doing sales. I was doing door-to-door sales, networking, like Cutco, vector marketing, if you've ever heard of that, I was doing that as well. I did car sales for a little while. So I spent a lot of time in sales and with very good salespeople. And then the last thing, are you ready to start getting new clients? And that's not kind of, like some kind of motivational, like, are you ready? That's like, are you actually ready to start getting a client? Like, are you gonna put in the time and effort to get your first client? Because really it doesn't take much time, as you guys saw. Does not take a lot of time, an hour a day. I got to $8,000 a month without even trying. I wasn't even trying. I was experimenting. And do you have a white label? Like personally for me, if you've never ran an ad for any clients at all, ever in your life, don't do it. You're gonna lose that client. I recommend getting a white label instead. So if you're not already, go into Facebook groups, social media Facebook groups, or social media marketing Facebook groups, and just being like, ClickFunnels is a really good one. Being like, hey, I do lead gen. I'm looking for somebody that does, Google ads for landscaping businesses or painters or roofers or whatever niche you're in. Find some white labels too and vet them out. I recommend finding like 5 of them, even 10 if you're a real boss, and just ask for case studies. Who do you work with? Look, I'm looking around right now. I'm trying to find I'm talking to a few other people, just trying to find out who's the best. Can you show me like some of the work you've done or some other people that you've worked with, right? Really vet them because you need a good one. Those are the people that I love to pay in my business. And now's the hardest part of this training, right? It's taking action. I gave you the blueprint, how it works. Set your goal. This week, I want to set 5 appointments. And if it's Monday, you want to start making those 100 dials. Out of the 100, how many did I set appointments with? And then once you know your numbers, it's literally up from there. You can literally skills, dude, doesn't even matter. And you guys have seen my cold calling videos, man. I sucked back then. I'm even better now. I'm 10 times better than I was. So it's about 1% gains per day, right? Like yesterday, okay, I listened back to my calls at the end of the day. I'm going to focus on tonality, right? And then the next thing, okay, I got my tonality down. Now I got to get better at early objections. Okay, I got those 2 down. Now I got to get better at being a little bit more charismatic, having phone presence. Okay, now I'm good at that. So just 1% gains every single day. Literally, action beats skill every time. Action beats skill every time. Doesn't matter. Even if you're the worst salesperson ever, if you get on enough appointments, you're going to close one. Doesn't matter. And you'll see too, if you actually take action on what I'm talking about, you will see what I mean. You do not have to be the best salesperson at all, by any means. And yeah, if you guys have questions about what I just talked about, leave a comment down below. If you look at my other videos, you can literally see I respond to everybody. So if you have questions about anything that I mentioned, I will reply 100%. My audience is not that big right now. Trust me, I will do it. And with that being said, guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. subscribe, and hit the notification bells. That sounds cliche, but before you leave, please do it. Algorithm, please save me, okay? I'm a guru now, so I can say that. I'm officially a guru. You guys saw it, okay? I've hit 6 figures. I know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you when I see you.